Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, today is gonna be my first time budgeting, like getting myself set up for budgeting. And also this will be the first time that I'm gonna make my own cash envelopes, but this is gonna be a long video, you guys, so get ready, grab a snack, grab a pen and paper if you guys want to take some notes. So this is gonna be the first time, like I said, that I am doing this. I recently posted a video about my home buying journey. Me and my fiance are trying to buy a home, and as I was going on YouTube and trying to see other people's experiences with buying homes, I started hearing people, you know, talk about emergency funds and this and that. Somehow, somewhere, I clicked on a video and it went into like budgeting and stuff, and like they were talking about emergency funds, and somehow I fell into like this rabbit hole of cash stuffing, and I've seen it also like referred to like the, what's his name, David Ramsey's method of saving. And I was so intrigued in the past week. I can't even tell you how many of these videos I have watched. Now in the beginning it was a little confusing to me. I didn't really understand how people are getting to these numbers because I've never budgeted. Obviously I have saved because I have to have a down payment to have a house. But it really got me thinking that I don't have emergency funds. I'm not the best at saving. I never have been, and obviously now purchasing a home, I have 2 children, like I don't know, I felt like this was just such a fun and great idea because I feel like this way you literally give each dollar you have a job. It's not saying like, oh, I'm going to put this much amount in savings, I'm gonna keep these 500, you know, and that's gonna be my spending money. It's like, no, you give each dollar a job. You allocate to different things that you want, which I really like. Obviously I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna show you guys how I came to my numbers, and I'm gonna show you guys what I have purchased, because I know that I could have just gone ahead and purchased my own cash envelopes. However, I'm a person that likes change a lot, and I like to shop. So I know that I would constantly probably be trying to buy all of these envelopes from Etsy shops. Eventually it would add up. So once I started looking into prices of the material that I would need to create these envelopes, I realized that it's not that bad because my son just started school. So I'm like, well, the laminator I could actually use to do some of the school projects and stop from wasting certain papers that he needs for class, and I could just do a lot of other things with the items that I purchased. So I purchased my own things. I will let you guys know how much everything costs, and let's get started and show you guys how I came to my current budget and how I did that. Okay, so this is how I started. I found a lot of templates for like tracking and, you know, your bills and all of that stuff, and I purchased like 2 of them. It was only like $4, $5 total. I realized that I didn't really, it wasn't giving me everything that I needed, so this is what I did. So this is very, you know, rough kind of way of doing it, but let me show you. Okay, so this is my little paper that I grabbed a notebook, and what I did was I listed every single bill that I have. Like, this is stuff that doesn't change, so let's go through it. So obviously I have rent, I have storage, because if you guys maybe watch my home buying journey video, you'll see that we do currently live with my mom, because this is how we were able to save up in order to have a down payment for our house. So I pay for storage, babysitting, we have 2 children, car insurance, cell phone, internet. I do have an Amazon credit card which should be paid off very soon. Best Buy, I have student loans, Netflix, Spotify, Linktree, and like 3 little things for Apple that I get charged from Apple. So that's basically it. These are things that don't change. These are like really like my bills. So what I did after that is I get paid every 10th and 25th of the month. So then I just went ahead and I wrote, oh my god, I don't think you can see it, but up here I wrote the 10th and the 25th. So what I did is I grabbed these bills and I went ahead and put them under like the date, like if this bill got paid with that check from the check of the 10th, I'll put it there. If the bill gets paid with my check from the 25th, then that's where I'm gonna put it. So that's what I did. I just broke it up into what paycheck will pay what bill. Okay, after I did that, I calculated the remaining balance that I would have per pay period. So like for like the 10th, I'm gonna go ahead and get my check amount minus the bills. That's my remaining balance. Okay, I did treat a certain amount of savings as a bill, just automatically. I have an automatic transfer when I get a deposit to my savings, but I also want to have emergency funds, so I'm kind of treating them a little differently. So with that remaining balance, what I did is I went ahead and I got my spending money. So this is what I've learned. Spending money is money that you actually need to have, such as groceries, gas, you know, personal stuff, dining out. If you want to go eat out, you want to have some money for eating out. So those kinds of things are things that you are going to be using that money. You need that money in order to make it through the 2 weeks. So that's what your cash envelopes are gonna be for. Does that make sense? That's what this is what I'm gathering, okay? And then we went ahead and created sinking funds. So what I'm gathering, sinking funds are like things that you are eventually going to need to have. So for example, I have car maintenance, because those are things that you're gonna need eventually, right? You have to have an oil change every 3 months. You wanna have a car wash, you wanna have a detailing. Like those are things that you are gonna need money, and at least you're like saving up to when that time comes. So we have Christmas. I also have one for appliances for when we get our new home. I know that I'm gonna need that money for appliances. I also do have one for my nursing license, because I do have to pay my nursing license next year. You pay it every 2 years. And utilities. I'm trying to save up a little bit of utilities for when we do get our home. And then you can have savings envelopes. So for example, I'm creating 2, one for each of my children. I'm creating an emergency funds envelope. Some people put it all together. Some people have different envelopes for each thing. Again, I'm just learning, but I'm obsessed. So that's what I did. That's how I did. I literally just got a little piece of paper, and it's not perfect yet. I will definitely have to make certain changes, certain adjustments. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things that I'm gonna need. So this is just for right now, for starting out. So what I ended up doing was I actually created these. Okay, so I created one of these for the 10th paycheck, the 25th. I only laminated because I was really excited to try the laminator. There's really no other reason for it. So let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what I did. So here you guys can see, this is the date I get paid, check amount. These are my bills. And then the total, I would put it here. And then these are gonna be all of my sinking funds, right? And obviously some of these are savings. Everything's all mixed in here. And then right here, this is my budget for, again, these are the things that I'm gonna need to make it through the next 2 weeks. Groceries, dining out, personal, and gas. And then what I did, because I did this on an Excel spreadsheet just to make sure that I wasn't like missing any money anywhere. I just went ahead and kind of balanced everything out, and then I just saw what was remaining. So for right now, because again, this needs adjusting, I know it's gonna need some, you know, tweaking in there. So this check, for example, I have a leftovers of $8. And then what I ended up doing is I ended up putting here cash out. And this is the money that I'm gonna need to cash out. So I need to cash out everything in my budget, obviously, because that's the money I need, like for groceries and stuff. And then for my sinking funds, these are gonna be all the envelopes that I'm gonna be filling. The amount of bills, all of that is gonna stay in the bank because it's automatically withdrawn, including the leftovers. Because I do have acorns. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like you can transfer a certain amount of money into your acorns account, and it'll just kind of like add up, and you can put them into certain stocks. Like it will do it for you and everything. So with each thing, each amount of money that comes out of my bank, a certain amount goes into my acorns account. So I kind of need to leave a little bit of wiggle room for that. So again, this is temporary, and I just blacked this out for right now because I felt like that was just a little too personal. But I can just wipe the marker right off. And then I did the exact same thing for the 25th check. Okay, and then what I ended up doing is, so I would write down, let me see if you guys can see that. So I wrote down the amount that I need to cash out, and then I broke it out how I want my bills. Okay, so I just wanted to know, like, when I go to the bank, what am I gonna need, like, you know, how many tens, how many, like the breakdown of each bill. So I have these to go by, and I see a lot of people that keep track of it and like fill it out as they go. I don't think that I have that patience, so we're gonna try these for now. And I'm salary based, so my checks don't ever change. It's always gonna be the same amount. In order to start this, what I did, I got really excited. I went onto Amazon and I did find and buy a little budget organizer, which I think is really cute. So this is what it looks like. It was only, I think it was like $13 or $15. So it obviously has the binder, and then all I did, I added a little clip, so I'm gonna leave this right here so I always know how much money goes into which one. This one came with a little ruler. It came with like 12 of these envelopes, and it also came with these little budget sheets, and it came with one plastic bag, one of these little zipper plasticky ones, which is one that's like, I guess, really popular. I don't know. But anyways, I do notice, and I kind of had this feeling already when I was watching other people's cash stuffing videos. They're really cute. They're not bad envelopes, but I feel like it would be really annoying to have these kind of envelopes if I were like going to the grocery store or for gas, because it's a little difficult. This has the pocket on the top. It's a little difficult to like get your money in there. Like you really have to kind of like take it out and open it, and I had a feeling that that was gonna happen, but it was kind of like my starter thing. Then I got really excited, obviously, and I put like stickers on them and stuff. But then I decided I do want to have, you know, envelopes from my wallet that I can just have when I do groceries, and then envelopes. I want to have a different envelope for like sinking funds versus savings. Does that make sense? Like, you know, car maintenance is gonna be separate than my kids' savings and emergency funds. Like, just separate the two. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it if you guys have watched a lot of sinking or cash stuffing videos. Let me show you what I purchased to make these cash envelopes. I've watched a couple of videos. However, the envelopes that I personally really like that I want to create are the envelopes that are, they have like a print in the front and then they're clear in the back. So when you're looking at it, So when you're looking at the envelope, you have your print here, but then you can see the cash in the back. I don't know why, I just really like it. And then they open from up here. So I'm going to attempt to make this. Now, like I said, I was really excited to do these. So I went ahead and I already did some stuff. Okay. Now, I always thought that laminators were gonna be really, really expensive. They're not. So this is the one that I bought. This is a SCOTCH one. This thing is $22, okay? And it has like a little tray, which I'm still trying to figure out. There you go. So it comes with a little tray so that you can put your paper in there. I swear to God, I think I'm gonna break this thing one day, but I don't know. And then you can either do 3, I think, milliliters or 5 milliliters. It depends on what kind of these thermal laminating pouches you get. So that brings me to these. So these actually are on sale on Amazon. I hope if you guys watch this that they are still on sale, because let me go ahead and show you. So this is a pack of 100, 8.9 by 11.4 inches. And this one right now is $13.50, and originally it says that it's $25. So I got this for 50% off on Amazon right now, and that's why I had to get it, because it's on sale. I also got a hole puncher because, you know, these little binders are, you know, they have like a special hole puncher because they're so small. So I also purchased this one, and this one is, I believe, $16.99 on Amazon. I can go ahead and link everything that I can link down below, but I haven't used it yet, so I can't like tell you that it's good or not. And then I was really excited about this. If you go on Amazon, you're gonna find a bunch of paper cutters, but I noticed that a lot of them, what I like to do is not just look at the reviews, but make sure that I filter it to the most recent reviews. A lot of them had really bad reviews. So I actually went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and right now I went online and I looked at a couple different ones. Now this one, I've noticed a lot of people have. I noticed that this brand is also in store, which also I thought was convenient. If I needed to go get like more blades, I could go to Hobby Lobby because they have this brand in store. So there was a couple different ones. There was one that was like $19, but it was shorter, which wouldn't fit like a regular sized paper. So I didn't want to go with that one. They had other ones that were more expensive. They had a different brand, but there was no reviews for the brand, so I didn't want to go with that one. I don't know if it's like a new brand. I think it's called Crafts Tools, and it has like a little scissor between the words. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to stick to this one. It's $25. Well, when I went up and they rang me up, it was $12.50 because they put this under the sale for, they had a 50% off sale for sewing items. This was in there. It was under sewing items. So it was 50% off. So I'm like, it's a sign. I was meant to get this. Okay. And then obviously I got these little labels because you're gonna see how I made my envelopes and making my envelopes. So I got these little labels at Target. These are from the Up and Up brand, and they were only like $1.50. Now with the labels, you would have to, I don't know, you could print out the labels, you can just print out, you know, the typing, whatever. I just don't feel like typing one word and printing it on a whole piece of paper. Like, I feel like it's such a waste of paper, and I really don't have cute writing. Like, I'm not one of those girls that has really pretty writing. So as I was walking by Hobby Lobby, or through the aisles, I ran into this stencil. So I ended up purchasing a stencil. These are perfect because everything looks nice and uniform. It's a little difficult because you have to try and get it in a straight line, but that's fine. So this is what it looks like, and it was literally $1.50. So everything's gonna be nice and uniformed. It has capital letters, lowercase letters, it has numbers, and it has a bunch of little, what do they call it? Like symbols or whatever. So they just sell a bunch of really pretty papers. So I ended up going, and it's just like a full little sheet of paper. I think it's like 8 by 11 or something like that, 8 by 10. So I ended up getting 3 different sheets of paper. Each one cost 59 cents. And like I said, I got ahead of myself and I started making these, and I'll tell you guys exactly how I made them. But these are the 3 prints that I got. Actually, hold on. So I got this really pretty leopard one. Oh, you're focusing on me, sir. So I got this one, we got this one, and we got this little flower print. So each one was 59 cents. And the way I did it was, again, I looked at other people's videos, saw their measurements. I'll link those videos down below so you guys can check them out, because I don't know how this is gonna go, you guys. So 2 of the other girls that I saw make these, what they did was they did 3 inches. So we cut 3 inches up here, and this is 6.5 inches. So this is a 3 by 6.5 inch trimmed paper. So that's all I did to prepare for today. And then of course I just went ahead and made, this is the labels with the stencils, because again, I don't have pretty writing. They look okay. Like, I kind of held the marker a little too long in some areas. That's why some parts, like this one's good. And I forgot to mention, I also got this Sharpie. So I spent like $3.50 for a pack of 2, because it has the thick side, and then it also has the thin side, which fits perfectly into my little stencil. Okay, I've gone ahead and changed our position here. I will say also that you'll end up with a little extra piece, and I decided not to throw these away because they're so pretty. So I'm just gonna make these into bookmarks. This is the one thing, right, that these actually come with like writing in the back. It has the price on them. So some of them are gonna have like this, which I don't mind. I'm okay with that. So I guess if you guys wanted to cut it out differently. But I was able to get 3 of these out of 1 sheet of paper, and then I ended up again with this little extra piece, and I think I'm just gonna make these into cute little bookmarks. So here I have 9, because again, 3 out of 3, so that's 9. We're gonna go ahead and create our 3 by 6. Now, one thing, do not forget, these are, you see how they're rounded edges right here? So you wanna make sure that you trim off the roundness if you really want squared. Look at me talking like I know what I'm doing. If you really want them to be nice and squared. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece off right over here. So there we go, we just cut this piece off, and now I just have a nice straight angle right here. There. So this is the sealed side, this is the open side. So I am going to put the open side through this part so I don't open up the seal. So from the open side, we're gonna go ahead and do 3 inches. And trust me, at first, I'm like, how the heck do people do this? But once you actually have it in your hand, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So 3 inches is right here. Oops, let me put this up a little. 3 inches is right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot, you guys, but I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do 3 inches, and there we have 3 inches width, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do 6.5 inches of length. So 6.5 over here, and I rather do a little more than less. I'm gonna put my blade back up. It's easier to bring your blade down than going up, so reset every time. Make sure you put it up. Because when I was practicing, I realized that I kept messing up my paper that way. Okay, there. So now we have these. Now let's go ahead and make some more. We're gonna speed right through those. Okay, so you guys, I have 9 envelopes to make, but out of one sheet I was able to make, so here's the thing, if you want to do a clear envelope, if you've seen the just clear ones, then you are gonna need both of these. Okay, so this is from one cut, you get 2 of these, right? So you will need both of these. However, if you want the print in the front, the clear in the back, you only need 1 of these, which means I could have 4 clear ones, or I can have 8 with the print in the front and the clear in the back. So if you guys can see, everything is the same size, which is perfect. So I'm not gonna cut a bunch of sheets just because I need 1 more. That just means I'm gonna go through and see what other envelopes I want to make before I go ahead and cut another sheet just for 1 more. Does that make sense? Because here I have 8 of these, which means I have enough for 8, and I have 9 that I need to do, but I'm not gonna cut all of that just for 1 more. So for sure I'm gonna do all of my wallet ones right now. And then I think the ones that I'm not gonna do right now is probably gonna be, that I know I already have an envelope for, is clothes. So we're just gonna go ahead and do all of these right now. But these are my no hole punch needed, hole punch needed. So here, what you want is you want your outside right here to be matte. I'm sorry, you want your outside, this part to be matte, and the inside is going to be shiny. If not, it's not going to laminate correctly. Okay, so shiny goes on the inside, and this is what it's gonna look like. You have your card on the outside, matte side out, and that's it. So let's go ahead and set all of these up really quickly. So here's what you need to decide. You need to decide if you want these to have, if you want these to be able to fit into a binder. So do you want them to just be the actual envelope just like this? Or do you want a little extra piece so that you can hole punch it and put it into your binder? So for me personally, I don't have a wallet that has binder clips, and I don't think I want one because I feel like that's gonna be too bulky for me. So for me, the ones that are gonna always be in my wallet is gonna be gas, groceries, dining out, personal, and that's it. All of these are going to need to have a hole punch in them, because those are going to go into binders. So I have 4 that do not need a lot of space for binders. So let's go ahead and pull out one of these sheets. I'm going to go ahead and warm up my laminator. Nobody tells you how much this laminator thing stinks. It smells really bad. From here, I'm going to be able to do 3. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 in this one. So I'm gonna turn on my laminator. I'm gonna make sure that it's at 3, and then if you have 5, obviously you push the 5 and it will turn red, but I'm just doing 3. So let's go back down to 3. Once it's ready, the ready sign will line up. So make sure it's nice and lined up here. So luckily these don't need space for hole punching. So make sure your shiny side is up, and that's why I wanted to set it up right now before, so that I don't have to worry about that. I know that they're all how they're supposed to be. Okay, this thing literally took like 5 minutes to heat up. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna transition my cards, my envelopes onto this notebook to help me guide them over here. Are you guys okay? Because I almost dropped, well, I did drop you guys, but luckily you're on the tripod. Okay. So hopefully none of this moved. So I'm working in a small space, you guys. I'm sorry. So now we're just gonna use this notebook to help me guide this in here. Yay! Okay, obviously you guys, is my first time, so it's a little, it got folded here, but it's okay because it still didn't affect this top corner. We got a little bubbly. It's okay. I have a little bubbles right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this alone, and I'm gonna go ahead and make the next one. This is our last one. So let me turn this off. I know this is a long video, so if you've stuck with me, I really appreciate it. Okay, now let's go ahead and cut these up. This was our first one, right? No, this is our last one. So we're gonna go ahead and cut all of these, and now I'm really nervous. Okay. So first, let's go ahead and cut off. Whew. Okay. So we have to break the bubble. We have to break that in order to open it, but you don't want to break any of the other ones because then everything's gonna open and you're just gonna completely lose your envelope. So now that we trimmed that up, this is what it should look like. I'm so excited. Yes, and it opened into a little pocket. So here you go, here's the envelope. So let me go ahead and cut all of these out, and then I will do a last like little review of them. So these are the ones that are gonna go in my wallet. They look so nice. I'll show you guys a better close-up in a little bit, but this is the one that's gonna be a little different. So this is the first one I'm gonna do. That this one needs hole punches in the bottom, so let's go ahead and show you those measurements. First, let me go ahead and break the seal on the top. Let's start by doing that. So it opens up. Now let's go ahead and cut off the sides before I move on to this part. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and obviously we have a really large piece. Now this is what the girl said to do, okay? Okay, so these are the measurements, right? So this is your 3, so 3 and then half. So your half is over here, plus 2. So plus 2 little more lines. So right around there. And now blade up. And now we can go ahead and, okay. So this is what it looks like. So see, now here we have this nice little space right here that we're gonna be able to hole punch and put in our binder. Okay, so if you guys have this paper cutter. Let's see if she'll focus. Okay, so you see this is your 0. This is where you cut 1, 2, 3. And then she did half, which is right here, plus 1, 2. Right here, this line. So 3.5 plus 2 little lines. And I'll show you guys, I'll share her video, because obviously I take no credit for this. I just learned off of other people here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and do the rest of them. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys the envelope. So before I do that, I want to actually hole punch it. And again, I've heard issues with the hole punchers that like it's not really like if you put an A6, the A6 hole puncher, that it doesn't actually have the right dimensions. So let's go ahead and test it out. So I did hear people say put it under personal, so I did that. Where are you? Okay, right there. So you see how it's under personal? So this is how you move it. You can move this here. You just shift this around. So they're both under personal. So let's see if that really works. Sorry guys, I had to switch it to my cell phone because my camera's memory got full. So this is what it looks like after I hole punched it with the personal. Now I'm curious what it's gonna look like with the A6, so I might as well do A6. So all I did was just go ahead and push it to A6. So see here, A6 agenda is right here, so you just have to push this right here over. So we're gonna hole punch that and see how that looks so we can test it out. Okay, so here we have personal and A6. Now grabbing our little A6 binder, let's just go ahead and pop this open and see which one. Oh, I forgot now. Okay, I forgot what side is what, or which. Oh, yeah, one doesn't work. I think this is the A6. I'm pretty sure. See? I forgot. Let's try again. It's under, what is it set at right now? Right now it's under A6. Yeah, A6 doesn't actually work. It has to be under personal. And these are the correct dimensions for this. Yep. So if you're gonna have this one and you have an A6 binder, do not put it under A6. It will not work. Okay, now I only have 3, you guys, because one of them, it had that messed up corner, and it was babysitting anyway, so I can just keep that in my wallet. That one's fine. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm a little nervous. Perfect. There we go. They are punched in, and now look at that. They all fit into my, oh, beautiful. Wow, what a difference in quality. Okay, so let's recap really quickly. Let me show you the end results because I really need to go. So these are all the ones that are going to be in my wallet. They came out so nice. Look at these. You see them? I love the print. They're so cute. Now you might wonder, like, why didn't I just make the cards, put the stickers on the top, and then I can just peel them off and change them up? Well, it's because if I want to like disinfect these, I don't have to worry about like peeling them off and maybe some of like the sticker part staying on. You know, when you like remove stuff off plastic, sometimes the sticker part stays on. And I can easily just like clean these off because money is dirty, you know, even though we love it, it's dirty. But yeah, I really, really like it. I was really nervous to do them. I'm so happy I didn't mess any of them up. At least I don't think I did. And I love that I can just make my own of these and put them in my little binders. So I'm gonna go ahead and order just the binders, not with all of these, because again, I kind of don't like that these envelopes you put it on the top and it's just it's a little more complicated. So anyways, if you guys watch this entire video, thank you guys so much. Please subscribe. Next week is payday at the end of the week, so I will be doing my first cash stuffing, which I'm really excited about, and then there I'll break down like what I'm putting to what, and really go through all of my my little envelopes and show you guys what I have. But yeah, if you guys can please subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you know when I post my next video, and if you guys can give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.